turn your chair just a little tiny bit more this way?
Sure.
There you go.
Oh, here
good.
we go.
There you go. It's perfect. Good, good. Now you're in the light. Excellent.
Voila.
All right, ready?
Make sure everybody sees us here.
Okay.
Perfecto.
It's a little tiny bit crooked. You want to just so it's
Perfectionist you.
yeah, yeah. Here we go. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is Athena, StarSeed, and Elitom, El-amin, and we are doing our Pranic Starbody activation 7-day retreat, and this is our lecture series, and we're on 10 out of 11.
This is good. We've been keeping it going, keeping the energy flowing, and that's what it's all about. You stay in the flow, good things that keep happening to you.
So we're talking about the art of creation today.
Oh, this is very good for us to get on this. The art of creation. Now, we usually say life is art, and it is. And you said the key words to me last night. This was real big. I be saying all the time that the Breatharian journey isn't about eating or not eating. And then it finally rained on you where you said, I can see that, finally. It's not about eating or not eating. When we talk about a holistic lifestyle, whole means everything.
Everything.
Everything going on in your life is either going to nourish you or going to drain you of energy. So it's our job to always harmonize every situation in life as we go through this journey, because change is always going to take place. You know what I mean? Nobody gets out of it. Every day is different. So you got to master, become good at handling these different situations in life. Because a lot of people will eat when a stressful situation comes, just for comfort, just to hide. They don't know how to handle it yet.
That's what happened to me last night. I got contracted, and then I needed to eat stuff just to ground in. And also, too, I want to say, the intermittent fasting, I'm having huge amounts of energy run through my body. So I'm up until like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And so I'm feeling all these different bursts of chi coming through.
Right, right. See,
how do I handle it?
Oh, see, on that, this is why.
Handle it.
Now listen at this. That's going to happen. See, now listen at this. One Cody saying, I got all this energy and I can't sleep. But I said, what did you expect? If you're sitting up there getting less toxin out of your body, a purified vessel, and I keep saying, the way you know you're living on prana, your sleep is going to decrease.
Right.
When that takes place, you got to figure out what to do with yourself. Be more creative. You can eradicate sleep altogether. See, this is also on the city powers to come out of this. See,
I feel that. I feel the power is increasing, so I'm glad, like, we did art last night.
Yeah.
And dance and movement.
Right.
So I got to at least move the energy because I felt really hyper. I was like, wow, every day with you, every day has been building more and more and more chi, and I have more energy and more energy and more energy. I'm about to run a marathon again. So the art of creation. So God's a creator, and we're a creator. And when we paint or write or channeling the energy into art.
Yep, and that's what we did last night, which was wonderful. You know what it says, be childlike? So all the art materials came out, because that's one thing on the journey I did too. People will ask me, what did you do with all of your time? I read so many books, so much artwork. My house when I was in Ohio, all the paintings on the wall was my artwork.
Yes.
Because I had that much time on my hands. You understand? You start writing books, writing new music.
Right.
I came up with new songs.
We got you a guitar yesterday. You're playing now.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got so much
good.
to do. You can learn new languages. What do you want to do? That's what you should be asking yourself.
Right. Write down, 5 to 10 things that you've always wanted to do. And so when that extra energy comes, focus that energy, direct that energy, because we are made in the image and the likeness of Creator. We are creators. We are creation. We are the art, and we are the artist.
Now look at this, what I'm going to throw in. One time somebody tried to, challenge with a question, and they said, well, I know breatharians and they're not healthy, this and that, and this and that. Well, I said, well, I don't know nothing about that. But I know if you got more time on your hands and your life is artwork now, one of the things you got time to do is strengthen yourself.
Oh yeah, working out.
Working out.
You work out every day. He's over here doing push-ups, crunches, walking, standing tree, tai chi, in the pool.
That comes with the territory. So if anything, you're going to have a healthy body. Don't I say meditation is the foundation? And if you understand meditation, you shouldn't be sick. So even working out is a meditation because you're dealing with the first phase of life. See, the physical body, you're working directly with light.
Yes.
That's awesome, ain't it? Just to think about that.
In the light, standing in the light, being in the light. Yeah, and it brings me back to my personal training foundation. So like as a kid, learning how to walk again and then going into athletics and aerobics, it is a good way to burn out some of that energy. And to cool it down.
Cool it down, and that helps you. Just working out helps you through different stressful situations of life.
Right.
Even though working out is a stress on the body also, but the body's used to handle stress, and there's good stress and there's negative stress. So if you had a bad day at the office, bad conversation with somebody, to go jog it off, walk it off, lift some weights, you know what I mean? Right. Really get that energy running, because that's what it's about. Energy loves to move. Now listen to what I'm going to say too. The first phases of the spiritual journey is diet and exercise. That's the first initiations. So if you're going to eat, you should exercise.
Right, and I feel like that is missing. People, are leaving that part out, and you said those are the pillars.
Those are pillars. Right. So they're eating, you need to eat. Okay, well, let's don't even go with that argument. Are you exercising?
Right.
Get the energy moving. It helps with your metabolism. It gets blood flow, and then you'll be healthier and happier to live your life, to deal with these different situations. So this is a message for everybody. The Breatharian journey, just don't think about not eating at all. That is an offshoot of you living a healthy lifestyle. It's an offshoot of it.
Right, right. And last night I had my daughter teach us. She put the paints down. She's in a Waldorf school. And so I put her in charge of doing the painting, retreating aspect. And so she got all the colors out, and then we started painting, and then we started listening to music, and then so I started dancing.
Oh, we were
and
jamming.
singing, and then we did some yoga. And so this is a lifestyle, and that's why I love you say that it's a lifestyle.
It's not lifestyle.
It's not about eating or not eating.
No.
It's a lifestyle.
Check this out. Make your life into a retreat.
Woo!
That was the retreat.
I'm living on vacation.
Right.
We're living on vacation.
Living on vacation.
Living on vacation.
It didn't cost much to get the art materials, the paint, whatever. We work out, to dance. That didn't cost nothing. Everybody got an iPhone now.
Right.
Put some music in the dance. Burn that stuff. Get that energy flowing. You understand? See, now we're dealing with the yoga of life.
The yoga of life. Right? And so yoga being union, you are the art, you are the creator. Atman Brahman.
Right.
Adam.
And this is another thing to get people. Okay, even though I be telling them about this increase of energy, they say, well, why do I feel tired? This and that. That's what you need to do in that season. The body's trying to heal itself. Don't the doctors say get plenty of rest as you're trying to heal? Right, get plenty of rest. So if you feel low in energy, even though you're doing these things, that's what's needed in that season for the body.
Right. So go with your body. Listen to your body.
Right. And even on this journey, see, we're in yearly cycles too. Right. So everybody might be one phase of the year where you got all this energy. Then all of a sudden, see, like, what's going on with my energy? I didn't do nothing different, but energy go in octaves, and we're in that motion too. Right. You're going to have down periods where you feel down, but that's the season where you contemplate more, meditate, look at your life, look at what's going on. It's a good season when you understand what it is. Don't try to still push it to be like you was earlier in the season.
Exactly. And also too, I think we're like in a Mercury retrograde, and we're also on a full moon.
Right.
And we're on 11/11.
Oh man.
That'll be our next clip. But now we're talking about being a creator and getting into that aspect of being able to be in tune with the cosmos.
That's it. See, that's really was the catalyst of another level of my journey. One day I had a self-realization when I looked up at the night sky. It was lit up with all the stars, and I knew that was me. That was my own personal realization. And then that's when I took my life to another level to start having more trust. First, the consciousness starts in your brain, Then as you be on this journey, it becomes your physical body. Then it becomes your whole reality.
So your body's like a tuning fork.
It's a tuning fork, and everybody is you. Remember what we were saying last night? It's all about music.
It's all about music. We're going to do this in the retreat, but I'll just give you a hint. If you're not coming to the retreat, you can do this on your own. We watched August Rush. How'd you like that?
That was awesome. Awesome movie. So much in it.
So much in it.
It was all dealing with so much in it. The universe is user friendly. What else are we dealing with?
Well, everything is sound.
Everything is sound.
And so this little boy is looking for his parents because he was given up for adoption, but the parents didn't know that, so he was kind of lost. But he believed that the universe could hear his music and help him find his parents. And his parents believed that the music inside of them would help them find their son.
Right.
And the music brought them together. So it's actually like The Alchemist, when Santiago had to talk to the sun and the stars and the moon and the desert to find his way back to his treasure, his inner treasure.
Now this is good how movies like that will give a good esoteric message.
Right.
And that's just dealing with resonance on how energy works. The energy that's coming off you will resonate with the things that you would draw to you, what you would attract.
And he never gave up.
It never gave up.
They discouraged him, and this one guy that was kind of almost like capturing him, but he was just like, you're never going to find your parents. Your parents are not out there.
So that shows that the dark side is always there. You understand?
Testing us. To doubt, have us doubt. Give us faith.
And that's why we got to persevere. Stay consistent.
Right.
Keep going. And the light will be victorious always in the end.
Yeah, and also, too, that when we have a positive outlook and a positive vibration, that we will attract positive people, and the positive vibration will pull up the negative, or it'll blow it off.
Absolutely. So the main thing you should have in your mind is, first of all, this is an awesome journey to be on. When you're taking on a journey in life to better yourself and go into your full potential, that's a true warrior.
Right. And also, too, those of you who are considering this lifestyle, write down all the reasons why. Like, what is your motivation? Why are you wanting to constantly improve? And when you see the why, when the why is strong enough, the how will just happen. You'll start attracting the people, the resources, the retreats, the information, the movies, the videos, and everything with those lenses when you're looking at the universe will actually uncode little dormant aspects of your own DNA and go, oh, this makes sense to this. Because I know you were getting a bunch of ahas last night in the movie.
Right.
Oh, boom, this hit me. Oh, I got it. Like,
those are breakthroughs.
Breakthroughs.
For our own understanding to help us bring more light into our bodies.
Right. Because you play music. Because you play music.
Oh, yeah, we were jamming, wasn't we?
Yeah, and you saw your family earlier before you came to me, and they were all like saying, hey, you got to record some of your music.
Right.
You know, and that might have been a side thought, but after you watch this, there's no separation between you as a musician and you as an educator.
Now, let me put this up. Usually I say in the Kriya Yoga, at the third level is basically you should master eating or not eating. You understand?
Right.
Just the third level. Now, at the seventh level is music. It's already there.
Well, that works out because I'm a musician too.
Everybody's going to be led into this because in the greatest, most perfect instrument is your whole body.
Your body.
That's what's coming off. These energy centers, once they start resonating a certain way. So this is why you want to watch what you put in your body, because it changed the resonance, the frequency coming off the body.
Oh, yes.
That's what it's dealing with.
Yes.
It's just like if you had a flute. Now, if you're sitting there putting all types of stuff into the flute, it changes the sound if it plays at all.
Exactly. I was just thinking about that.
You got to clean it out. You got to tune it. All of this good stuff so you can have a good instrument to put out a beautiful music with everything, could dance, understand what you're talking about. Same thing.
So stay in tune, and that's one of the biggest things that we're talking about with this lifestyle. So living on prana, being able to receive the light, channel the energy, is constantly, no matter where you go, whether you eat or that you don't eat, or whether you're fasting or whether you're not fasting, is go back into your harmonic alignment and retune yourself. Because, like, I have a guitar. So if I go to a gig, I might have to, you know, because my guitar's in the car, then my guitar's in the hotel, then my guitar is in the gig. I have to retune my guitar 2-3 times.
Now listen to this. In one day. So we got these electromagnetic fields around us.
Yeah.
Okay? But they just don't stay stagnant.
No.
They move all the time, every minute, every second, all throughout the day. You're walking down the street, you might go past a restaurant. Your field changed because you just made contact with that field. And then you go to somebody else's house that might be playing good, beautiful music. Your field will change. That's why we all affect one another. So in whatever you put in your body, the clothes you wear, the thoughts you think also changes your field. So you got to constantly keep retuning yourself. That's basically your job.
That's your job. That's our job. What a great job.
That's the great work.
To stay in tune.
Right. And see, that's why they say health is your wealth, because that's a job that pays you now and in the long run.
Yes. Yeah. You know, I used to say at boot camp, because I used to train people an hour and a half every morning, Monday through Friday, and I used to say, if you put an hour and a half in every day, you're going to get 10 years at least on the back end of your life.
That's it.
I mean, 10 more Christmases, 10 more birthdays, 10 more Easters. Like, think about that. The initial investment that keeps refunding you and that keeps building your equity. It's like a crescendo of wealth and health that's coming back to you.
And that is so powerful to know that. And just like, see, it's easier said than done. To build up a new habit like that of this type of lifestyle is going to take time on different aspects. You might be stronger in some areas to implement it right away, but other areas it might take work. You understand?
Yeah.
You might be good at the physical exercise, but not meditation. But don't worry about it. At least put in some effort until you get stronger in bringing that avenue in.
And I think when you were saying that, like, it's all holistic, one area is going to help the other area.
Absolutely, because all of them are one.
They're all one, a hologram.
They're all one. See, the thing about spiritual practices that make them so great, people let that word spiritual intimidate them.
Right.
Are we talking about religion? Are we talking about, you get an intellectual person,
Dogma.
I don't want to hear that stuff. But what it's doing, spiritual practice are actually things that you're already doing right now.
Right.
So when you look at Tai Chi, the slow movement, it's just dealing with proper body structure on how you move. That's what you're doing. When you got proper body structure, it brings more energy to the body. That's what it's designed for.
Right, and also too, like, if you think about it, our bones are resonators.
Are
the
resonators.
bones in your nose, you can actually make vibrate and sing. The bones in your chest, you can resonate for your heart chakra. And so we are resonators. And we're chambers of resonation. And when we use the voice, which is the purest instrument for each person, the best way to heal is self-healing, is to do your own toning, your own oming, so that as you're the artist, you're conducting your own inner symphony.
So you got all these chantings. Now it makes sense now why you're doing it. Not just because you're saying some word you don't know what it means.
Right.
You are tuning your instrument. And then the big one is, now listen at this. I always say this, but I want people to feel it. It has to hit you at times. Sleep is unconscious meditation. Every time you sleep, you're meditating.
Right.
The brain waves slow, the body's relaxed, and that gives a chance for the body to heal itself. It gives a chance for the cells to regenerate, rejuvenate. All this stuff is taking place on that organism. It starts detoxifying itself.
Right.
That's why when you get up out of a sleep, you usually got to use the bathroom.
That's right. All the waste material from yesterday.
Yeah.
And you know what I was thinking about is the bathroom is the past. And we carry around the past with us.
Right.
And some people, 3 weeks of the compacted past is the fecal matter inside of their colon, and then their stomachs become distended.
Mm-hmm.
And there are certain people that have 40, 50 pounds of fecal matter hanging over here.
Right there.
They're not absorbing their food at all anyway.
There was a famous music artist, and I won't say his name, and I don't have to. But anyway, when he died, he had like 60 pounds of fecal matter in him.
The mucoid plaquing, it's like if you took a garden hose, I used to do this as an analogy, a garden hose, and tried to shove oatmeal through it. It's
Right.
like, I mean, it's like paper mache. You can make, a paper mache donkey out of that thing. But what it's doing is it's clogging up all this piping in the tubes, and then we just keep shoving something else in and shoving something else in, and now it's not going straight down. It's coming out,
Right.
out, over the hips. And anatomically, that's not good for your back.
And what I want to say to people too is, like when we say love yourself, but don't be hard on yourself. Now, what we're saying that is, don't try to look at somebody else and try to do exactly what they do if you're not used to doing it. You know what I mean?
Baby steps.
There was a man who said something real important. He was a vegan. He changed his diet, but he was overweight if you first met him. But he said something one day that was real profound. You should have saw me before.
Right. How far have I come? We don't know.
We don't. Right. That's right.
We don't know.
So where he's at now, he was happy. He was comfortable, and I'm glad I'm not behaving like I was before.
Yeah. Everybody's on their own ascension path to the level of their allowing and to the level of their vibration. And remember, we talked about sound breaks up thought forms and masses in your physical body.
Absolutely. And sound is light.
Sound
See
is
how
light.
it makes that
Sound
full
is light.
circle? So that's why I said when you stay in the light, the best way to do it is through meditation.
Oh, yes.
See, this is the journey.
Right, and we've been meditating. We've been meditating a lot. We meditated last night. We sat there. We did that
Oh man,
that sound meditation.
the sound meditation.
And we just
sat there, let it clean us, and it's working on so many levels
Yeah.
of us. Sometimes get out of this. Well, I didn't feel nothing. It ain't about what you feel. Just put your light body into the light and let it work on you.
Well, I felt like I disappeared.
Right. Oh man.
So what I did is I just started playing some music, and all of a sudden my mind stopped, and the music just put me into this state. And before I knew it, Elitom was in the state, and like an hour went by, and I looked up, and we were both there, like gone, like we had both disappeared. We
Yeah,
had
we
a
was
body
gone.
there, but I didn't feel my body.
Right.
I didn't have a body.
Didn't even have
What
a body. We was nobody.
Nobody. Be a nobody. If you're a nobody, you can be anybody.
Oh my gosh, that was something, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was powerful. It was like at midnight.
And see, look at this at midnight. So that shows you, okay, the sun is important,
Right.
but don't ignore the energies of the power of the darkness, the night.
Right.
The energies was just as powerful. So I know
The
people
moon.
get into this sun gazing thing. The sun gazing going to make me food free? Not by itself. The holistic now. We got lunar
Right.
cycles. So now we're dealing with the 11/11 portal.
11/11 portal.
Here we go now. And it's the full moon time, the full moon season. Now the energy in the atmosphere is already heightened at a certain level just from being a full moon.
Right.
So if we know that is taking place, it's time to relax more, to get more healing, since the energy is already doing the work for us.
Oh, okay, so really you calm down on the full moon.
Right, you should, even though it makes them speed up because the energy's high.
That's what happened to me. I felt like I was like, whoa, 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 the energy's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. So
But
I
when
needed
you
to sit and be
sit
still.
and let it heal you. This is where you start taking advantage of it. Your meditation should be a lot more increased. And the main thing is
Yeah.
think positive thoughts.
Oh, that's what you said to me last
We
night.
are electromagnetic creatures. And what happens is, if the energy is heightened like that, if you're sitting there
You'll draw it
worrying,
to you.
you're sitting there worrying and all this other stuff, it'll draw it to you.
It'll draw it to you.
So you got to understand what's taking place. See, the cosmic energy is already doing its job.
Right.
But now it takes, we call that the creation. Remember we said the art of creation?
The art of creation.
But now we got the creature, what is us?
The creature of creation.
The creature of
We're
creation.
the creatures.
So the creature want to figure out now, because creation, the energies of it is not changing for the creature. You have to change
We got to get in tune with the universe.
with the universe.
You know, and that explains too, a lot of people that have disease or they have a discordant energies or sound inside of their body, they're actually out of sync with the cosmic song of the universe.
That's what's happening.
That's what's happening.
In other words, it's all music. There's this orchestra going on because everything's vibrating.
Everything's
Even the
vibrating.
sun could be measured on the sound
Trees
it's
are
bringing.
vibrating.
Right. It got a sound coming from it. So you got this big symphony coming up. So when a person comes up and you're out of tune, it's like this beautiful song going da 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 da. But if you're out of tune, you go wah. And it's like, oh man, you messing up the symphony. Da 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 wah. So now.
Oh, that was like, because you just brought me back to being in the marching band. So in the marching band, we had to like go to band camp.
Right.
At band camp, has anybody gone to band camp? So in band camp, we'd have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning, and we'd have to all be marching,
Right.
moving. I would play the saxophone, playing, and there'd be somebody that partied all night,
Right.
didn't get their sleep, and they're like, what? They're one step off, they're one move off, the sound's off.
I remember those days.
Yeah, we were just laughing.
All out of tune. And it shows.
It shows.
Now, if it shows on a human physical level, what you think creation is saying? Okay, they got out of tune. Okay, it still love you. You're still alive, but you're out of tune right now.
Out of
So
tune.
when it does not register you to be on the higher levels of these energies, of these miracles, of this better life like that, you understand it does exist,
Right.
but you have to tune your instrument to play with the bigger symphony. So now when it goes down da 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 da. Everybody's in. You in it. And that's where you're in tune.
Right. And also too, if and even if you're not in tune, if you can drop your tune and just listen.
Listen, that's where it begins.
Sympathetic resonance will bring you back into homeostasis with the universal flows, and you'll get in tune. And what I realize about kind of being a more active person is that sometimes I'm faster than the natural flow of the universe.
Right.
And so for me, the note is to slow down.
To slow down.
And listen
now,
in more.
Now listen at this. You said the key words. Hear. Now to hear the tune in the universe. If you can even do that.
Like August Rush.
Now that's very important because that goes into the scriptures or what they were saying a long time ago. Whoever have an ear, let them hear what the Spirit is saying. You understand? Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. But hear first.
Hear.
You gotta hear the message.
Hear, O is.
You gotta hear.
Real. It's real. Hear.
Just don't let it.
It's real.
Go past. It's sort of like a kid, and you tell them, "I don't want you going into this cookie jar." You know.
Yeah.
Until later, but don't go into the cookie jar. But you come back, they got into the cookie jar, and then you say, "Did you hear me?" "Yeah, I heard you." "You didn't hear me because if you would have heard me, you wouldn't have did it."
Right. Are we listening?
Right.
Hearing and listening is also another layer of level because you can hear something, but you might understand it, but it doesn't make sense because you can't alchemize it. You can't actualize it.
Right.
You don't have a product of your life being an expression of it.
Right.
And so when this little boy, August Rush, felt sad or hurt in this orphanage, he used to deeply listen.
Deeply listen.
To the universe. The
Right.
wheat fields, the stars, the
Right.
cosmos. Like you said, you listen to the stars and all of a sudden you realize that's your mirror.
That's my mirror. That's awesome, ain't it?
That's so beautiful.
But
That's our mirror.
But it takes the listening, taking the time out. So that's why meditation goes beautiful also. On these levels, first I'm trying to show people how to channel energy through their body. You got to understand to feel your own power that's in you. Then after a while, any answer you want to know in life or where you should go next, you could go inside and that answer will be there. It will bring the right people to you, the right event. All you got to do is sit back. The universe is user-friendly.
And wait. Yeah, just sometimes when you don't know what to do nothing, sit back, wait, and receive, and then it'll start talking to you.
Absolutely. And then these other things on your development, you'd be surprised, like even when we're dealing with the food and stuff again, don't beat up on yourself. But when things get taken from you, you might not even realize when it got taken.
Right.
Because you're having so much fun in life.
Exactly.
You're living. You went from what? The mummy out of the grave.
You know, and yesterday, okay, so Monday through Friday, I fasted, so just like liquid water. And then Friday, I started eating a couple of meals. Then Saturday, I ate with my daughter, like just one or two times. And then last night, I was like, all right, it's starting Monday, let's go. So I went and I had the pizza. I had the pizza, and I was like, it doesn't taste as good. I wanted it. I had it. I was like, oh, this is going to taste so good because I'm going to do this because I'm not going to be eating for the next 7 days. And I was like, I'm so thankful I ate that.
Right.
Because if I didn't eat it, I would have been craving it the whole 7 days. Now that I satisfied the craving, I was like, that doesn't taste as good as I remember. Because I hadn't had pizza for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Here you go. You didn't beat up on yourself. You was going to say it. And see, and this is why we shouldn't be on people's case beating up on them. Now, I'm here. You understand? And it isn't like, don't hide that away from me and all of this stuff. Just do you.
Yeah.
And go through your own self-realization.
He's so loving. I ate it in front of him. He didn't judge me. He didn't anything. He just kept loving me.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you, and then you're making your own realizations.
And that's the best way to do it because people can tell you all they want, their own experience and their philosophy, and even people try to tell you your diet or tell you your religion or tell you things. You're not going to come to any conclusion until you, I like what you say, self-realize.
Self-realize.
Comes through experience.
Come through experience. Your own experience.
Your own experience.
And let's look at that word, self-realization.
Yeah.
You're just realizing the power that you already have.
That you already have.
You're not trying to go grab a power and all of this. You already have it in you. We're waking up those things that have been dormant. And it's all, this is the gateway.
I will say, from my experience just being around you, it's basically a mental game.
All mental. Remember when we went to go see the ministry just now dealing with detachment and mindfulness.
Oh yeah, the monks. Oh my God, that was so powerful.
And it was
Ignorance
mental.
and attachment keep you in a prison.
Keep you in a
Ignorance
prison.
and so what do you need? You need knowledge and wisdom.
Yep.
Which those of you who are not subscribing to the channels, please subscribe, because what are we doing? We're committed to doing all this research on our laboratories and sharing our experiment and asking you to experiment on yourself.
Right.
So that you can get knowledge. And the second piece was, if attachment's binding you, what's detachment? What's detachment?
That's something, ain't it? Letting go.
Like of how and what? One little baby thing at a time?
One little baby thing at a time.
One baby thing at a time.
Don't try to disconnect yourself all at once, and that's why people have been having a hard time.
Right, right. And the biggest thing is let go my ego.
Yeah, exactly.
Let go my ego.
Oh,
Remember that
man.
commercial?
Now listen at this too about
Let
this
go my ego.
information and these teachings we get. Okay, I teach people and I teach this, but at the same time I'm always learning.
Yes.
And you see how I always carry my notepad with
Yeah,
me?
he does. He's
So-
taking notes all the time.
so-
The universal notes.
So as soon as I'm having a regular conversation with a person, I'm writing stuff down. They're feeding me because that is me.
Thank you for bringing that up. I want to let everybody know that we're at a certain octave of data that's streaming down into our consciousness, where we know that you're an aspect of us, we're an aspect of you, we're an aspect of nature. Oh, and I like the way they called the center. The center, we can't remember how they pronounce the word because it was Burma or something. I don't know what Bernese or whatever that language is.
Oh yeah.
So, but what the point was there, it was called nature center, because nature is complete, and we're nature, and we're complete.
We're
where we
complete.
don't mess it up.
Exactly. You're already whole.
You're already whole, so stop messing it up.
Just stop messing it
Don't
up.
put sand in a Ferrari and expect it to run.
Get out of your own way. That's what
Right.
we're saying. And see, this is 11/11 again on the full moon. And I like how people, when I've been looking at social media, they're saying, what are you doing on 11/11? We already got the retreat going.
Yeah, we planned this about 3 or 4 months ago.
We already saw it coming. So
Yeah.
we talk about
Actually,
opening up
July, we saw it. We hooked up on Messenger in July when you were doing that 700-mile bike ride.
Yeah.
Because he was in Maryland. And here's the universe. This is the magic of the universe. I'm from Maryland. I hadn't been home in 15 years. And I'm following him, and I'm listening to his videos because I got to go back to my home. And they're eating regular food, although they did make me vegan food. I was so grateful for my mother and father. I love you, Annie. I love you, Daddy. And I started following him, and I said, hey, you guys, check out this guy. He just biked 700 miles, no food, no water. That's impossible. I go, I'm going to talk to this guy. And I'm like, he's talking to me. This is a real person. They could not, they're like, I cannot compute. And so I said, look, Elitom, if you're in LA, please come to visit me, because you're a living example of human potential.
Human potential. And the good thing about, oh man, that bike ride, see, this is what you're dealing with, detachment.
It's a miracle.
I went and got the bike, and I had set in my mind, when I feel like don't want to bike no more, like Forrest Gump, I'll just give it to somebody.
That's amazing.
So I went to one place and said, well, I still feel good. Let me keep riding. Went to another place. I still feel good. Let me keep riding. All the way until I got to a certain place and said, well, I feel like walking now. And I gave the bike to somebody.
And you started walking. You walked 100 miles?
At 100 miles. That was awesome. 120.
What can the light do when we don't block it?
Now,
What
listen,
can the light do when we don't block it?
the light can do anything.
Anything.
You're trying to keep up with the light.
The light can do anything.
It could do anything.
It can do anything.
That's powerful, ain't it?
It can conduct a
Anything.
symphony. It can run an Ironman.
It could take your life and take it to a place you never thought it was possible. But it's us who's keep holding on to the lower vibration. But the more and more you let go, you'll have trust in yourself, trust in the universe, and once that trust starts breaking, your life will go somewhere else. You're trying to keep up with it.
Right.
So that's why when we was talking about that, your sleep will start decreasing. That's the light saying, so what you want to do? You want to play? You don't want to say you want to be here. Oh, I want to go back to sleep. What do I do?
You know what? If you don't sleep, like how many years do you add to your life? Like they say if you sleep, like how many years do you lose? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
This is a whole nother doctrine.
So you're actually living 2 lives.
Yep.
You're getting a second life while where you would have been asleep.
There's a video when Muhammad Ali was talking about how much time sleep takes out of your life.
Wow.
It's crazy.
We gotta show that to
If
the
you
kids.
add up 8 hours a day or more, 6, and start adding that up every day, year by year, that's how much time you have downtime sleeping.
Exactly.
That's how much time took away from your awakening moments.
And you know what's amazing? If you just think about this biologically and anatomically, if you're eating and you have to sleep 8, 9, 10, 11, some people sleep 12 hours a day. What are you eating that your body needs all that repair to digest what you just shoved in there to break it down?
Wow.
And then when you don't eat, it goes, I don't need to repair, because sleeping is repairing.
Yeah. Now take this out. Yes, that's what we're saying. That's an indication you're living on prana, because if the body start getting healthier, you don't want to go to sleep.
So it's not about the food, it's about the energy.
It's about the energy.
So I will say this, even though I've been in and out of the food, eat very little to nothing at all. 5 days no food, then some food, then 6 days no food, then some food, and then 8 days no food. What I'm realizing is I am constantly having energy increases and energy gains. So I know what he's saying is true. It's not fasting. You cannot get there through fasting.
Right.
You're just angry and
putting more stress on your body.
You're putting more cortisol in your
That's
body.
all you're
acidic.
doing.
You're creating acidity.
Because the body ain't looking at that as being totally healthy.
Right.
See, when you add everything in, even a person who don't know nothing about meditation, don't know nothing about diet, if they start doing something differently with their body and exercise, they're going to say, I got more energy, I feel better.
Right, exactly.
Hands down.
Hands down.
So
hands down.
you
Hands
add
down. Hands down.
little things in at a time. So even on my own journey back then, first thing hit me was, I got to do something with this weight. Diet.
Right.
Then something hit me saying, start walking. I went to the track every day just to walk.
That's a big bump. If you just start moving, you're going to get paid dividends on that alone.
In about 2 weeks,
Yeah.
I was jogging 2 miles. I was all happy.
Yeah. It happens fast. It happens fast. Once you start exercising, that's my forte. That's my passion. Movement, dancing, movement, exercise,
Yep.
creation. That's creation. You
and
know, you're creating energy. at
You're
that point.
creating. That's why we talk about the art of creation.
Free energy.
I recreated my creation.
And you know what? On a daily basis, and Deepak Chopra talks about this, every 7 years you regenerate all your bones, all your
Right.
cells, you know, every 3 months, all your blood. What kind of blood and bones and cells do you generate when you have a clean vessel?
Whole nother level, ain't it?
A whole nother level. Here's what we have. We have cells with new programs that don't repeat the last program of death, disease.
Right.
We're reprogramming our cells, and that makes us a creator.
That makes us a creator. Constantly recreating yourself. Going from death to life, right here in a land of the living.
And so I want to give us, we're going to end this clip in a second because we got other things to do. However, what I want to say is, Elitom El-amin was teaching me, if you just listen to the message, because your cells need habitual education.
Yes.
So 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, 8 hours a day, if you're living, eating, sleeping, breathing the data, like I
Right.
was listening to him, I had to drive 4 hours a day to take my daughter back and forth on the 405, okay? But I wasn't mad at traffic. Some of the mothers were like, you have to drive 4 hours a day? That's terrible. I go, I love it, because now nobody can interrupt me. I'm listening to you.
Right.
I can watch hours worth of videos. If I'm educating myself 4 hours a day,
That's what did
I'm
it.
brainwashing my own little cells' brains.
That's what you're doing. Repetition.
Repetition.
See, the reason why, and I got to say it, what made me become a breatharian is because of repetition.
Repetition.
My study, my thoughts stayed into the game.
That's what made me an athlete. Repetition. I worked out
Repetition.
every single day, every morning, no matter what.
Right,
Rain, shine.
right.
What Thanksgiving? It was a big day. I always had boot camp on Thanksgiving, because I said, if you're gonna eat, the first thing we should do is walk 4 to 6 miles in the Hollywood Hills, enjoy the nature, celebrate with each other, then go home. And everybody loved that because they always ate less. They're like,
Right.
why am I gonna eat 6 miles after I just burned off 6 miles and stay exactly the same?
Yeah.
If I eat less, I said, you know what? Taste a little tiny bit of everything, but know that 6 miles you can blow in one plate.
Oh, absolutely. You can blow it in one
You know,
plate.
there was an ad I saw on
That's something, ain't it?
the Krispy Kreme,
Right.
and they had all these donuts, and they go 4 miles, 6 miles, 8 miles, 10 miles. They stuck a little sign inside the donut where you knew how many calories it would take you to burn that off. So
Yeah.
the average person can, let's say, walk a 2 miles and 250 calories. See what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, 1 or 2 slices of pizza, you know, you're 4 miles deep.
You're 4 miles
And
deep.
if you're looking to lose weight or decrease your calorie intake, you can't make those kind of mistakes if that's your goal.
If that's your goal.
So what's your goal? And what supports your goal?
Right.
What habit patterns are the pillars of your everyday habitual
Right.
activities that support your overall objective.
See, and you know what? I think we have to redefine health in a way.
Oh yeah. Talk
Because
to me.
that's another
Talk to me.
that's
Come on.
another wide word everybody playing with. Because they'll ask me, I want to become a breatharian, what do I need to do? Look at your health and start improving your health.
Wherever you're at.
And they wasn't expecting that answer.
No.
They were suspecting some secret mantra, some secret. Health is energy. Homeostasis, balancing it out. All the power is in you, so you want to bump up your game on another health level. Now, some people you'll say that to, and they'll say, I'm already doing yoga, I'm already doing this, I'm already healthy. They think they're healthy. If you've been eating all of your life, there's some issues going on.
Right, right. If you cannot step away from the table, people that, this is what I like about him. You can eat or you can't eat. Now you have free will. Those people that can't step away from the table for a 3-day fast or a 14-day fast or a 40-day fast,
Right.
you're not really free.
You're not free.
You're not free.
Right.
And so every time I do a longer and longer fast, I get more free. But
Right.
I don't consider myself liberated yet.
Right.
Because I haven't been able to go more than 2 days without food and water.
And it's just the beginning.
It's just the beginning.
And look how we've been doing these meditations. This is the foundation. And see, even though we was talking about how we was up under that last night, the day before we was doing it, this goes on every day.
So we're charging
So-
our battery.
So each time you're moving, see, also meditation detoxifies the body. If you're opening up an energy channel, it's getting all that junk out of there.
And also to exercise has you breathe harder, so it's getting that junk out of
The
there too.
circulation is coming.
The breath work.
All of this is coming. That started attracting. First, the body's going to heal itself. And then once it heals itself where it feels it's comfortable, then it'll start drawing more energy to the body. And you'll feel the effects. That's what prana is, bringing more prana to the body, where you can leave the food alone a lot longer.
And that becomes a choice. Okay, so listen, we are the creators of our own life. This is the art of creation. We're going to start our retreat today. We're playing, we're praying, we're having
Oh,
fun,
man.
we're meditating. We love you. We want you to stay in tune with your own inner
11:11.
universe. Blessings and light. This is Athena StarSeed, Elitom, El-amin. This is the Pranic Starbody Activation Lecture Series, and we're on 10 out of 11. We have one more, and then we're opening the portals. Blessings and light. Stay tuned.
Namaste.
Namaste. Okay, so that's